My friend Chris has arrived from the Isle of Wight. He's the guy who got me into all this resin. He's laminating, composites, worked on the model of Bloodhound. Just basically got me into resin and working with the cracks in the wood. And that's the stuff you see now. So he's brought some lovely yew with him. We're going to split it down the middle. I can't believe the grain on it from the outside. So we're really excited to see what it looks like in the middle. It's interesting to see how the bandsaw is going to perform because I know this is a really hard wood and we think it's been stored for about 20 years or something. Stay tuned. We're going to see where it goes. Let's just check that grain out. So that's about 13 inches we've just split. And that is really good. So let's check out the blade we used. Blade. Cut it pretty much like butter. The hardest thing is, as always, keeping it straight because it's long. It's not bad though. So the next bit of yew, which we think is yew, bark looks a bit like plane tree, but apparently yew, is a bit rocky. So we're not happy pushing that through the bandsaw, so we're going to run that over the plane to get a flat edge, and then should be good. But if it's anything like this first one, it's absolute gold. And Chris does have some more available, so I've got my order in. Let's see what she's made of. Oh, you beauty. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. Absolutely awesome. Okay, so we're just checking. We're going to use this as the reference side for the planer. Put it through the thicknesser rather, but let's have a look. This is what the bandsaw did. It's not been on the plane yet. This is the cut on the bandsaw. So I'd say that's pretty flat. That's just one pass on the bandsaw, so pretty happy with that. You can just run it down the table saw because we're probably going to get a straighter edge off that and hopefully not even have to put it on the jointer. Okay, so we've got the elm on the sliding table. I think this is going to be easier than the jointer because the jointer's not really that long. I've got these wicked clamps, RUWI. So instead of using the shoe at the end and having to hold this with your hand here, we can just run this table now, just stand back and watch that cut through. So pretty safe. Let me tap it off. Yeah, so I reckon these RUWI clamps really helped us big time. If I was just using this shoe it came with, you're just holding this back edge, there's no way you could cut. We've got those within 1 mil, we've gone from the odd edge to straight edge. So I think clamps essential, no fingers at all near the blade. This is absolutely beautiful. So nice. So off for a beer and a burger, then we're going to domino through here, and then tomorrow when it's dry run it through that bad boy. So day 2 to prepare the U-boards, and this is what we've woken up to. It doesn't snow very much in England. I'm not sure we are prepared to deal with it, but it's major snow. Now, Chris does not have a 4x4 and he's got to drive from Shropshire, Herefordshire to the Isle of Wight and get a ferry. Whether that's going to happen for work tomorrow, I don't know. But this is what it looks like here at the workshop. So my stairs that you know, there they are, looking pretty today. So because we've dominoed, as this is our reference, the dominoes pulled the level here, and we've used the sander to bring these two level here. They do say you shouldn't use the sander as a leveler, but it's 650 or 620 wide. I just don't have anything else that can cope with it, so it does the job. We run this through and then this one's done. Okay, so we're done. This board we went with flat. This is absolutely flat, sanded both sides, ready to go. The grain, absolutely beautiful. There's no oil or anything on here yet. Once this hit up with oil, it's just going to be gorgeous. And then the bigger piece, which is probably my favourite grain, we sticked with one pass on the sander. So the join here, pretty much all the way along with domino, is spot on. But there's a lot more character to this piece because it's a little bit undulating. And if we just flip it up, Chris, on the back, to show everyone the back. So the back side, this is the aid. The colour just looks absolutely ancient. It could be 400, 300-year-old piece of oak or something, or elm, it looks like to me. But that's what it looks like. It's just the dirt and the grime. So Chris is going to hit that up with a nice mild paper, maybe, I don't know, 100 or 80 grit, not take too much colour out. And then the client can basically pick whether they want this kind of rustic, beautiful natural brown colour, or zing that up to a real good finish. And I think, Chris, you were saying you're going to possibly make some legs, which hopefully we're going to see this. He's going to start a channel now. We're going to have legs, he's saying, which are going to couple on, so you can actually take the top out and flip it over and have rustic or polished up. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. It's been really good having Chris down from the island, see one of my good friends. And this is the guy that got me into filling these holes with coloured resins and dyes and showed me it. There's all the epoxy links for easy composites. That's all from Chris, basically. So yeah, thanks for watching. Next time.